All right. So gated categories. What does that mean? Basically, Amazon has all kinds of categories that are going to be gated, which means when you just open your brand new account, you're not going to be able to sell these items. There's a few categories that are gated. There's beauty that's gated, toys are gated, health and personal are gated, over the counter medication gated, and these are all very good categories. So the the best way to get ungated in Amazon is going to be purchasing your products from a legitimate distributor. So if you're purchasing your products from a distributor and they're able to provide their invoices and their paperwork to you, you should be able to provide those invoices and that paperwork to Amazon, and then that's going to get you ungated in that category. Now, there's a few times where that's not going to work. If the brand is selling their own product and they don't want anybody else selling it, you may not be able to get ungated no matter what you do. Or if they have delegated some Amazon sellers to sell their products for them, they can also just trademark their brand and make sure that no other sellers come on. So it's good to be aware of. If they're already controlling their listing, you're not going to be able to get on. So just to know that is good. So you could just move on. Now, obviously, you want to open a lot of the categories. So, for example, if I want to sell toys, I need to find legitimate distributors that can give me my invoices that I'll be able to submit. Once you open the category with any product, you're able to sell in that category from then on. So, for example, if you get ungated in toys, you do not have to submit invoices every single time for toys. The only time you're going to need to send invoices more than once for toys is going to be based on the brands. So you can get into the category, toys, for example, but you're also going to need to get ungated brand if you want to sell Hasbro for sure, Hasbro, Mattel, and a few of the other big brands. They're also going to want for you to get in through brand approval. So there's category gating and there's brand gating. They're two different things. Usually, the invoice that got you into the category will allow you to get into the brand. So 100%, that's going to be the best way to do it. Amazon wants to ensure that all of their products that are being sold on Amazon come from reliable distributors. So that's kind of why they gate to certain categories to ensure that nobody's sending just garbage stuff or fraudulent stuff, maybe fake items or stuff like that. So by providing those invoices from your legitimate distributor, we'll tell Amazon that that you're allowed to sell and that the items that you're going to be sending are going to be legit. So that's 100% the best way to do it. Now, there is other services, ungating services, where you can pay to get into these categories. Now, that's kind of a gray area because you're going to pay for a service and essentially they're going to submit invoices on your behalf to open the category up for you, which is okay. But for any reason, you get kicked out and you have to submit new paperwork or whatever, you're going to have to pay for more paperwork again. And these services are not cheap. I've seen like toy category by itself being anywhere from $500 to $1,000 just for them to submit some paperwork. If you are going to go that route, a lot of people that do like retail arbitrage and stuff like that will use ungating services because they're not actually working with distributors directly. So you can do that. Just be aware that you are kind of in the gray area with that. And you just got to kind of be careful with that. But you can get in to the categories through some ungating services. There's lots of them that you can use. The main one is Funnel Guru. I've actually used the service myself a few times. and they're good. They're really expensive. So I always try to work a deal with them. I would suggest you to do the same. Maybe you don't get a deal on the first one, but if you have to use them a couple times, I would definitely suggest to try to work some sort of a deal. And another thing that I tell other students is that if you are going to pay for an ungated service, make sure that you have products that you're ready to purchase in that category right away. Don't open the category and spend $1,000 to get ungated in toys when you haven't even found one toy product to sell. Usually what I'll try to do is make sure I have enough products to do like a $3,000 or $4,000 order in that category. And then when I would pay to get that service to be able to open me in that category, then I would have enough items to be able to ship off to Amazon, so it would cover the cost of my ungating on my first order. So then it's a wash, and then you're kind of in the profits from there. So again, that's kind of the gray area. Always, I suggest to do everything 100% in terms of service of Amazon. Make sure that, and that would mean buying from distributors directly and actually getting legitimate invoices to submit on your behalf. That's going to be the best way to do it. It's going to keep you safe, and it's going to avoid you from getting blocked on any listings or, perhaps an account suspension. So it's a little bit about ungating. You can do it yourself with distributors. You can pay for services. Again, the service puts you in the gray area, and just ensure that you have some items to order in that category if you're going to use those services. So I hope that helped, and I'm going to see you guys on the next video.